Thanks for coming to hear the Cord on the Street. I am your prone host, Vince, just laying here in the grass. And damn, I've been seen. And I should have known because with me, I've got my site host, Josh. What's up, Josh?
What's going on, man? Good to hear from you this week.
Yeah, we are just doing another one of these. Where every week we will be choosing one of 28 words generated from the puzzle word game Wordle and talking about whatever the hell we can based on them. Today, our words are coming from April 1st through the 7th, and you can see those on our Instagram at Cord on the Street or on our Twitter at Cord on the ST. So let's go ahead and get into the episode. I am going first today, and I brought a topic that is near and dear to basically every one of our hearts. Extremely subjective, so let's get into it and see what we have to talk about it. My word is genre. I'm pretty sure you can see where this topic is going. It's going to be just a music, a little get to know us sort of music topic. And first, what we're going to be talking about is exactly that word, genres. Talking about our favorite genres. Josh, what's your favorite genre of music? And by that, I mean, because favorite is subjective, right? I kind of want to narrow it down. What is the genre that when you listen to it, you can appreciate even mediocre artists in that particular genre?
Probably rap or hip hop. If I'm going that route of being able to appreciate every layer of the artistry that goes into it. Yeah, I just feel like there's a much bigger hill to climb. There's a lot longer to ascend in that artistry, like a MC. There's so many different skills that go into being a good MC, whereas don't get me wrong, there's obviously the same with all musicians, but I just feel like there's much more graduating levels in that, and I've really become infatuated with finding new artists and listening to off beats. And that's the thing, the whole culture with them sharing beats between one another and coming up with completely different songs with the same beat behind it. Something that's super cool about it for me. What about you?
For me, you probably know my answer to this. It's got to be pop punk though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I listen to stuff that's not the most popular stuff out there, and it's still so good.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of good music in the pop punk genre.
Yeah,
just a ton out there.
I was actually a little surprised to hear rap come out of yours. I'm surprised that pop punk wasn't also your pick.
Well, I think if this was back in late high school years, probably up to 2012-ish, I would have said probably that. But I don't know. There's just something about the culture of hip hop and all the different masteries that you can have within it.
Yeah, I hear you.
I would say it's how amazing Dave Grohl is because all he sings, he can play all the instruments himself. He's just disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a really good MC has to be able to play all the instruments. You know what I mean? Not
especially
realistically, metaphorically, you have to be able to check every box. You can't just have good flow. You can't just be a decent lyricist. You can't. And I think one of the biggest things
you have to be your own producer.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that goes overlooked in it is just you have to have the voice. Not everybody has a voice that sounds good rapping.
Sure, yeah. I hear that. That's in a few different things. I'm gonna compare it to stand-up comedy, but that's what established stand-ups say about newer people is sometimes people just great stand-ups also just kind of have a funny voice.
Yeah, or they just have a funny way of delivering them. It's just their personality delivers.
Yeah, you gotta match what you're going for when you got that voice with the not necessarily with the flow, but with the flow.
Yeah,
that'll get you a long way in rap.
Yeah, and I think learning about just the different techniques used and how much cadence plays a factor in it, on beat and off beat, and all the different ways they try to manipulate and pick pockets in the beat to lay their words on. So sometimes if you break it down, it seems really weird. If you were to listen to it without any music, you're well, this doesn't make any sense. But they just pick the perfect pocket in the music to put their voice where it just sounds perfect, and it's just such a craft that I appreciate now.
Yeah, that is very cool. And all right, so let's move on to the next one. The next question that I have in this topic is probably one that we're going to spend a little bit of time on. I know that you said we sort of switched up our styles this week. I gave you a little bit of homework, and you're keeping your topic from me.
Yep.
But so my next question is top 5 albums. This is just a little, get to know us. So let's sort of
Are we gonna do
this? Go
leapfrog back and forth? That's what I was thinking too.
Yep, I think we'll go back and forth. My list is not in any particular order. I don't know about you.
No, I wouldn't say mine is in particular order, except for the first one. I think the first one has definitely cemented itself at number 1.
All right, let's start off with that then.
That for me is the Eminem Show.
Yeah.
I mean, that stereotypical like kid on the bus with the Walkman looking out the window. Yeah. That was me with this album.
Yeah, I feel like I could have called this.
Yeah, like I know every word to every song, including the interludes. Like I probably have listened to it over 1,000 times.
Hell yeah!
Like if there was wearing a CD out, that was it. God, I just remember back in the day having the orange and blue CD player. Oh, with the hook over your ear headphones.
I don't remember the orange and the blue one. Maybe I just remember mine that was a boring silver.
Yeah, I had a boring I don't know what you would call this, like mailbox shape ones where, the back is flat and then it's, comes out and it's rounded. Yeah. It looks like a mailbox. But
yep.
I had one of those with like silver and the back was either like a light blue or a dark gray, depending on which one. I had one of those, but it broke. So my mom got me it was a Sony Vaio, I think, or Via. Ooh. And it was one of it was fully circular.
Yeah, you had that real shit.
That real fancy one. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just got this.
Not quite to a Discman though.
No. I was jamming it.
Hell yeah.
And I've listened to this album phenomenally. What about yours?
I don't know. I was kind of hoping to at least pick my favorite one, but I don't even know if I could pick my single favorite one. So I'm just going to go down my list. The first one is maybe not one that people sort of clock, but it's Paper Cuts by Gym Class Heroes.
Oh, I could have. This was the one album I knew for a fact that would be on yours.
Yeah, it's on mine, but it's not like a whole album that I feel like people are. It's Paper Cut Chronicles, right?
Yeah.
There's a whole thing. I just shortened it in my notes. But yeah, like this whole album, like I could listen to it front to back, and that's sort of my criteria. You're more of a random song listener, right? Like if you put on
I would say now. Yeah, now I definitely am. I mean, there's definitely artists that I know I want to listen to the album because it's put out to be consumed in that manner. But there's I think I'm more of a front to back album listener, like anyway. So like if an album sort of falls apart in the middle of it, that almost certainly disqualifies it from my list. Like I have to be able to listen to an album front to back for it to be up in these top 5. Yeah. No, yeah, I'm the same way with my top 5.
Yeah. And Paper Cut Chronicles, it's the specific song that people would absolutely know from that is Cupid's Chokehold. It's the one that's from, but man, every song on this is something that really gets me, except for the skits. Maybe sometimes I'll skip the skits, but most of the time I also listen to those.
Yeah.
So let's have what your second one is. Keep this moving.
My second one, I'm not even sure if you're gonna know them. You may. The gym class, or not gym class, thinking about yours, State Champs, the Finer Things.
I do know the band, I believe, but maybe not. Maybe it's one of those bands that I get confused with American football.
It's possible. We're basically like a new age pop punk band, I would say. I don't know. I can't know if you can even say new age. Just think like Blink 182 meets Mayday Parade.
Yeah, I mean, one of their top songs on Spotify is featuring We the Kings, so I definitely get a sense.
And they're from Albany.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I didn't know it when I first started listening to them. I fell in love with them. This was back when I used to get the Alternative Press magazine.
Uh-huh.
And they were like still playing just small local shows in Albany. And they had an article or a little snippet about them. And I was like, oh, they're from Albany. I wonder if they're any good. And I started listening to them. I've been listening to them ever since. And let's put it this way. I bought this album when I saw them, The Finer Things, when I saw them at Warped Tour. I got the album signed while I was there. I then let Danny listen to the album.
Okay.
And I never got it back. And I'm pretty sure it's still in his CD player in his car.
Damn, bro.
Like he...
Luckily, luckily we don't need no physical media no more.
Yeah, but yeah, I know he I
I'll
mean,
have
that
to
just
give
speaks for it. Like he obviously he uses his phone to play music now, but the last I knew when I was still living there, at that point I didn't care. When I was living with him, it was still the CD that if he didn't get reception and couldn't listen to it on his phone, that was the CD that you were listening to.
yeah.
And like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
just
those are important.
yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned like locality because it's a little bit what gets me with Gym Class Heroes also. They're from Geneva.
Yep. Yep.
It's where I got married, Geneva, upstate New York, Geneva, New York.
Yep.
So in one of their songs, they talk about going to Cam's Pizza, and that's where we had breakfast the day of my wedding.
Yep.
So it's just kind of funny in that too.
Yeah.
That I
Fits in. It feels like home.
yeah
Like
yeah
as much as that sounds cliche, like just
no, I mean that's a big thing. One of my honorable mentions is Just Dance by the Doppler Effect, because we kind of knew all those guys.
oh
It's a
yeah.
damn good album.
Yeah, it's phenomenal album. That was on my honorary mentions as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'll move on to my second pick. Second pick is Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge, My
Ooh.
Chemical Romance.
Oh, what a good one.
I just recently sort of started going back and rediscovering, like high school days music.
Oh yeah.
And my God, this album is so good. I know that the Black Parade became their like most popular album, but I could listen to Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge front to back.
It has way better songs to me.
I think so too. Yeah.
Like Black Parade has a couple, and I know it's like their most renowned one, but like, oh god, there's just so many good songs on Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. Like, I mean, it has the perfect starting song. Like Helena just sets the mood
Yep.
perfectly.
I actually do love Black Parade also. Like that is another one that I could listen to front to back. But I don't know, it's just Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge really just hits me in a way that Black Parade doesn't.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. So what's your number 3 then?
Number 3 for me is gonna be none other than Ready to Die by Notorious B.I.G.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This I was not expecting.
That's my man right there. I would say he really like got me into like I always liked hip hop, but it was like when I went back to try to learn more. As weird as that may sound or corny, when I went back to like really like start to learn and appreciate it, I started listening to all my sister's stuff. This was like before the Eminem show came out. My sister was my big influence for music, so she had like the old Pac albums, Run DMC, Notorious B.I.G., Jay-Z. Like she had all those, and I just remember listening to this, and it's just something about Biggie's delivery and his voice, that combination. Like nobody, I would say the closest person to him sound-wise for me that I've heard is Rick Ross, that just sounds like he belongs on every track that he's on.
Okay.
And like that's the one thing that draws me to him, is just there's just something smooth. Like I might get flamed for this, but I don't know, I just feel like Biggie would be your Frank Sinatra of R&B, of hip hop and rap. Like just his phrasing, just the way he carries himself, you could just tell that there was just something special about him. You don't really hear that in a lot.
I could totally get that analogy. Biggie is to Frank Sinatra what like Tupac is to Dean Martin, right?
Yeah.
Like it sounds stupid to compare the two classes of musicians, but kind of works.
Yeah, I mean, it just respected in every regard, but he just carved like a perfect place in it for me.
Yeah, you're giving me a couple good things that I'm gonna have to go actually take a full listen to, because this is another album that I just sort of haven't given its full due, I think.
I mean, it has so many good songs that like people don't know. Obviously, the big thing is my favorite Biggie song is on the album, which is one that like very few people know. Or a lot of people know it, but very few people would pick it off of this album. It's called Warning. Okay. And that's by far my favorite Biggie song out there. But it's like not one that like everyone's heard of. Big Papa, Juicy, Who Shot Ya.
Yep. I'll be giving this a listen tomorrow while I'm at work. So I'll let you know after I listen to it how it really hits me.
Who you clocking
Moving on to my number 3 is Somewhere in the Between. This is a Streetlight Manifesto song or album. So some third wave ska, but I don't know, Streetlight Manifesto hits me in a different way. It's one of the reasons that I didn't put ska up in my favorite genres, because I like, Real Big Fish and I like Streetlight Manifesto, but I'm a little picky about my ska. Streetlight Manifesto is really more punk with horns than it is ska, with distortion. So but yeah, I mean, this album is real, just really hits me. Our friend Vinny and I, this is the one that when we drove down to Long Island to watch the Streetlight Manifesto show, this is the album that they were doing. It was like their 10th anniversary or something. And they performed this album front to back, and whoo boy, it was good.
I bet.
And it's just so high energy. It's like if I'm driving and I really need to get myself amped for something, this is definitely one of my go-to albums.
See, I don't think I ever really could listen to Streetlight in that manner, but I did. Like, I remember seeing part of their set at Warped Tour one year. Yeah. And live was phenomenal. It's just not something I would pick to put on, but when you're in that live scenario, it's a dope thing to be around.
They're really great at recording, I think, too. Honestly, a lot of their stuff sounds like it was recorded live to tape.
Yeah.
Not in front of an audience or anything, but you can almost tell like they were all in the same room. They have their own mics. It's recorded really well, but they were all in the same room performing at the same time on the same track. So it's just got that feeling to it.
Translates well.
Yeah. Let's keep moving on to your fourth.
Fourth it's going to be a mix-up. I don't think you're going to see this one coming.
Let's go.
Almost Here, The Academy Is.
Wow.
Yeah. I would say that this might be my second most listened to album out of the top 5.
Okay. I definitely know this album. This album this is one of the albums that I feel like I forget about and then come back to.
Everyone forgets
every 5
about
years or so.
They were so good.
This is a good album.
It is every single song on it just is great. I've probably listened to it 50 times in the last 2 months. I found it again and started listening to it, and I've listened to it through and through again.
Yeah.
It's just so good. Not a single song on it that's.
We can talk about this and my number 4 in the same breath, because my number 4 is A Lesson in Romantics by Mayday Parade.
Okay.
It's exactly the same story. I found it again like a year ago, and I've listened to it front to back like a dozen times since.
Yeah. That was the one with.
It's the one with all of the Mayday Parade songs on it.
Is it?
Yep. It's got Black Cat. It's got Jersey.
Oh yeah. Yes.
It's got Jamie All Over, Miserable at Best. It's all bangers.
Yeah. Oh, they're so good, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like this and The Academy Is these are 2 albums that I was going back and forth on senior year high school, freshman year college.
They were just
these
the
albums
jammers.
were interchangeable. Hell yeah.
The jammers for sure. Then I started to listen to Go Radio after they split up.
Oh, I don't even know if I know them by name.
Yeah, one guy that left.
All right.
He started his own thing called Go Radio, and he's got 2 really good albums.
Yeah.
God, that is great. Oh well, here, I'll go into my 5th and final one then. It's also going to be a nice little shot down memory lane for you. Let It Enfold You by Census Fail.
I get a lot of Census Fail on my Spotify Discover Weekly.
Yeah, I mean, this album was just. I don't know if it was because it was one of the first more emo albums that I actually fell in love with. It was a little on the edgier side, and compared to Mayday Parade, even My Chemical Romance, they have a little bit of it, but that screaming,
yeah, sure,
a little more edginess to it. I can remember listening to this album riding my bike to your house.
Yeah. It's funny because when you say Census Fail, I just went and looked through their catalog a little bit. My immediate go-to album with Census Fail is Still Searching.
Yeah, which is their next one.
Yeah. But that's really funny that it's that original one. It's a little bit like my Gym Class Heroes pick. I feel like a lot of people, when they think about Gym Class Heroes, they think about their second album, as Cruel as School Children. But
yeah,
the Paper Cut Chronicles, while they were still that rap rock fusion,
yeah, and
they didn't stray as far into rap like Travie McCoy's ego didn't really take over.
Yeah.
That's when they shined.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'll go into my 5th then.
Okay.
Because I wanted to pick a more recent one. Like I do have more recent albums that I've been really into, and I wanted to keep one on my list. I'll read them at the end, but I had like 12 albums that I just whittled down to these top 5, and I just wanted to keep a more recent one. So this one is by the band Peach Pit, and it's You and Your Friends. I don't know what it was. I started listening, I think it came out last summer, but I started listening to it last summer and it just hit me in a way that I don't think an album has hit me in truly years. And I just listened to this album so much so that like at the end of the year, Spotify, gives me the roundup, and it's like, this is your most listened to artist, and you were in the top whatever percent of listeners. I was in the top like 0.5% of listeners to this band.
It's funny that you bring that up, because I was in the top 0.1% for one of my honorary mentions.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's get into
Test of Time by Justin Starling, who's a rapper out of Long Island. And dude, you could just tell that he has so much appreciation for the art of creating an album, and not because like a lot of his music previously, it was a lot of individual singles.
Yeah, sure.
But this one is just like perfect. I can listen to it front to back on repeat and never skip it. And even has like one of those interludes where it cuts to a voicemail or like a person talking, which is normally a skip for me. I'm just like, eh. And I listen to it every time because it just plays the perfect place in the album to just drive home the entire feel of it, that I just can't skip it. I'm like, no, this is just it's like skipping a scene in a movie and just being like, yeah, I saw the whole thing. Just
you've talked to me about him before. I really need to give his stuff a listen. I literally just started a playlist where I put some of your albums that I wasn't intimately familiar with on there, and I will be
I already got Peach Pit opened on and listened.
So let's go through our honorary mentions. We'll just read through them because I feel like there's 2 or 3 on here that I could spend a ton of time on also. So I'm just gonna run down my list. These are actually in order with like how hard it was for me to eliminate them from the list. My number 6 then is In the Unlikely Event by The Fall of Troy. The Fall of Troy is one of those bands that like people probably know just one song. It's the song that was in Guitar Hero. But their follow-up to that album was so good. Number 7, I've got In Love and Death by The Used.
And that one was tough not to make it on the list for me too.
Yeah, that one was really tough, but it was one of those things that like I started going through it and I was like, how long has it been since I actually listened to this album? So I couldn't keep it on. Another more recent one is Tailwinds by the Fearless Flyers. This is sort of an offshoot band of Wolfpack. It's basically Wolfpack with a horn section. And whoo boy, is this a jam. It's just modern funk at its finest. Number 9, I got With Teeth by 9 Inch Nails. I was literally just listening to it today when I took a shower, but man, this song just hits you in all the right soft spots. Number 10 is Enema of the State, Blink 182. Enough said. Number 11 is The Wall by Pink Floyd. It's just the perfectly crafted album, front to back because it's a 2 disc. And then the last one that I have is Now Not Yet by Havel. Sort of a new agey sort of indie band that I was really into a couple years ago.
Wow.
And that's what I got. That was hard for me to get rid of those like 6 through 10 was really hard for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to get down to a lower one. I mean, I struggled with that a lot as well. Mine were going to be Enema of the State, Blink 182.
Hell yeah.
Test of Time, Justin Starling. Just Dance, The Doppler Effect. Then I have In Love and Death by The Used. And
so yeah,
this is going to be the one that's going to throw a complete a wrench in your plan. Confessions by Usher.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yep, that was quite an album for me. I listened to that album front to back many times. That's honestly what probably sparked my big interest in R&B.
Yeah. I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, those are good honorable mentions. It's funny that more of our honorable mentions have crossover than our actual top lists.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely see like how our taste branched off.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have one final question for you in this section of the podcast to end your
Yeah.
word, and I think it's a good one. What album that gets a
Mhm.
lot of hate do you love? So what is your guilty pleasure album? Or do you have one?
I don't believe in guilty pleasures. Like what you like, and don't be
Don't be
don't be
gatekeeping.
afraid of it. You know what though? On this is one that I actually forgot. It might have been in my honorable mentions, but this just made me think of it. It's Emotions by Carly Rae Jepsen. That is a
Okay.
good album. She makes some good music. The bass lines on that album are chunky and they really hit.
Huh, I would have never thought that at
Yeah,
all.
it's
So
it's
I
a
guess
good one.
I guess that does fit in there pretty well.
Yep. Yeah.
For me, mine's gonna be "Recovery" by Eminem.
Okay, sure, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
because that's like the one that people criticize him in on. Like,
yeah, but it has
that,
so many good songs though.
I know, but that's the stupid like criticism that people levy at artists. They're like, they were better when they were on drugs. It's the same criticism that people give to like Stephen King. Like, he was better before he got sober. Come
Yeah.
on.
Well, I mean, that's
Like
the crazy.
he's still the same person.
It's crazy thing for me is like after the Eminem show, this is my second pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm putting this above Marshall Mathers LP. I'm putting it above Encore. Encore had a couple songs that I really liked, like Toy Soldier and Mosh, and Puke.
I feel like people, when it comes to Eminem, would probably put his more recent stuff up there too, like Rap God, whatever album Rap God is on. Like people give that a lot of love.
It's just the album, or just that song though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he gets shit talked. All like the people that really like Eminem or really like hip hop give him his props. There's a lot of the younger generation that just they only know this version of Eminem, and they're like, "Well, Rap God's good, but that's it."
Yeah, that's actually funny. I'm on Spotify just like looking at what his top songs are, and yeah, still the top songs are Without Me, Real Slim Shady, Till I Collapse. God damn, Till I Collapse is a good song.
Right? Such a good song. That album, the whole album is phenomenal.
Yeah. Mockingbird's up in the top 10. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to close out this topic. We'll make this particular point quick. But what is some music that you wished that you liked more? So like music that is really popular. There's got to be a reason that it's popular, right? So why don't you like it more?
I mean, this is actually this is really tough for me. I don't think that there's anything that I don't at least try to give a fair shake now to when I listen to. I would say I probably listen to a much bigger variety than you. Maybe at least in spectrum.
I don't know. I listen to a big variety, but it's just a different spectrum than what you're listening to,
Yeah.
Like
So I'm listening to, R&B, hip hop, jazz, rap,
yeah, and I'm
metal,
listening
punk
to
pop.
What am I listening to lately? Let's see. I don't know. Indie rock is so tough. Like that's what I listen to the most of, I think, is indie rock. But there's so much variation in that. Like that's an umbrella term, but there's a lot of like so like I've been listening to a lot of that. But then I've been listening to a lot of like metal and metalcore. Bring Me to the Horizon, Fall of Troy.
Yeah.
I started listening to Coheed and Cambria again
Oh
lately.
my god, they're so good. Don't it?
They're so good.
That actually and Keeping Secrets of Silencer 3 could have made my list too.
But yeah, then I'm into like Steely Dan, They Might Be Giants, Hozier, Metric is so good. Tears for Fears. I mean, I'm all over the place here, but it's just a different spectrum than what you're listening to.
Yeah.
I think for me, the genre that I actually would like to like more is country. Like it's so popular, right? But I don't think I get it. I get classic country. Like I could listen to some Willie Nelson, some Johnny Cash, some Jimmy Buffett, but like the modern stuff, I just don't get it.
It depends on what you consider modern, I guess, for me.
Like your Blake Shelton and later. Maybe your Garth Brooks and later. I don't get after Garth Brooks.
Yeah. I think it just depends on what you're looking for. Okay. I think that's the biggest thing that comes down to it is country is all about relatability. And if you can't relate to it, you either have to be relating to it or just realize that it's a good time.
Sure. I can never remember which comedian I heard say this, but he made a pretty good argument that country and rap are basically the same genre.
Yeah, they are just different ways of attacking it.
Yep. So yeah, I'll say that's where I'm gonna stop. I have a couple more, but I'm not gonna get into them because I have gone long already.
That's all right. Well, this week my word that has been chosen is Sonic. And now
Sonic. Sonic.
I switched it up a little bit on Vince because normally he's the one that doesn't let me know what his topic's going to be.
Can I cheat and just like highlight? Do you just have the words in white text in here?
No.
Okay.
Nope. I purposely didn't put anything in there. I think you know where I'm gonna go, partially.
Probably.
So
I know where you're gonna start.
yeah, you definitely know where I'm gonna start. So for Sonic, for me, reminds me of a very good pastime with me and Vince, and our boredom throughout our high school and pre-college era, where we lived in New York is pretty boring. When we have your general like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Taco Bell, and that's it.
It's a tertiary market at best.
We are a bland fast food market, to say the least. Well, a short 2 hours away, nestled in Binghamton, New York, there's this illustrious fast food restaurant with roller skating staff called Sonic. And I think to myself now, and I'm like, Sonic's food, not that great. Like, their tater tots, pretty good. Their drinks were good, but it was more like we were so bored and we wanted to switch. We just needed something to do, and it was like different.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same. It was a little spicy for us.
It was a little spicy for us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely knew this is where we were starting on this one, because this was my backup word. This is exactly where I would have started too.
Yeah.
Just driving straight down 12 to Binghamton.
Yep. Now this is where it's going to get a little bit different.
Let's go.
Because I don't know if you're as much into what happens in culture or not, but these have become very popular. So I am going to send you a link.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Create a best burger tier list.
Okay, so you should see there if you scroll down, there's tier lists S, A, B, C, D, F, and never had.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so now I have it up as well. So
okay,
we're gonna take a quick 1 minute, so that time way doesn't give us a lot of time to think about it, to put these in order for us for the best fast food burger, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, you gonna start a timer for me?
Hold on, I will.
No,
I will.
Tell me when.
I'm bringing it up on my phone.
Can I cheat and start putting stuff in never had?
No.
Okay.
And go.
I don't know what the time is, but I'm done.
Okay, I am done as too. It was at 53 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm gonna share my screen with you. You can do the same.
We're doing this to each other. I got you.
Yep. The beauty of Discord.
Yep. There we go. You'll see my sad state of affairs. I'm not as worldly as you, I guess.
Okay. Oh wow.
I did notice one that you don't have on here though.
What?
That I also haven't had. Crystals.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've heard of it, but it didn't show up in like the top list.
I only know of it because I literally just went to Georgia like a few weeks ago.
So we're pretty. Well, I guess we're not really that close. Well, we both can agree McDonald's is A tier.
Yeah.
I actually have Wendy's as. Oh, hold on. This is supposed to be up here. I must have dragged down. Wendy's and Shake Shack are my S tier.
Yeah, Shake Shack is like definitely one of my like wicked want to tries ones.
Yeah.
When we went to Georgia, we had a layover in Charlotte, and there was a Shake Shack in there. But everybody else that I was with wanted to go somewhere else, so I didn't get to try Shake Shack there.
I will say that it's not the best experience trying it at the airport.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, because I've actually had it at the Charlotte airport, and I've had it regularly. It's definitely not the same thing. I have Wendy's. Like, I don't know. There's just something about Wendy's. Like, if I want a burger, that's the burger I want.
I have weirdly sensitive tastes. Wendy's burgers are too salty to have all the time.
That's how I feel about McDonald's.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. It's kind of why they're ranked the same for me. I have them both ranked A.
Yeah. And I have Five Guys at McDonald's ranked A, which you have Five Guys S, but that kind of makes sense with how you're missing some of them and how the saltiness is.
Okay, so for the listener, my never had. How many actually restaurants are there on here? There's 16 restaurants.
Yeah.
I have ranked 5 of them. My never hads are A&W, Carl's Jr., Checkers, Culver's, DQ, In-N-Out, Jollibee, Steak and Shake, Whataburger, White Castle, Shake Shack, which I've never even heard of Culver's or Jollibee.
Culver's is a down south thing, and Jollibee's is like Midwest to West. If I'm correct, anyway.
So yeah, that's where I'm coming from when I rank Five Guys as S tier. Like,
Yeah.
if I were a sad bachelor, like Five Guys is my go-to meal 3 out of 7 days of the
Yeah. Seeing like the only ones I haven't had are Culver's, A&W, Jollibee, Whataburger, and White Castle. But living in North Carolina, I got to experience a lot more. They have a much wider variety of stuff down there.
Yep.
And then when I was I went to California to do something for business, I tried In-N-Out. In-N-Out was just real mid for me for how much people hype it up.
Yeah. Well, if you say that, people will be like, well, you gotta try it animal style, right?
I did.
That's that place.
Yeah, and I've tried both. Like I got how I would order it, and I tried it animal style just to see.
You are a plain Jane, though. Like, ketchup and cheese only is your deal.
Ketchup and cheese only is what I'm getting.
Or is that just McDonald's?
No, that's most fast food places. But like I'll explore on what I have it if I'm making it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not a big fan of having a salad on top of my burger.
Yep.
That's just not my style. But like I can mess with some other stuff.
So let's go down this a little more methodically. Let's just, instead of jumping around, why don't we start off with just saying what our S tiers are?
S tier for me is Wendy and Shake Shack.
And for me, it's Five Guys. I mean, we've talked about these a little bit already. So A for me is McDonald's and Wendy's.
For me, it's McDonald's and Five Guys.
Yeah. B for me is Burger King. We could talk about that if you want now, why I have it in B.
See, I feel like you only have it in B because you haven't had so many other.
No, it's not even that. Like, just a Whopper. If I had just a Whopper, I would put it C or D. But just the audacity of some of the burgers that they make, that's why it gets B. Like they had a garlic burger that had like garlic chips and onion straws on it, and oh boy, that one was good.
Yeah, they do make some. You know what it is? I don't know. I can't. The way that they make them just tastes like the burgers sit in water.
Yeah.
Like nothing grosses me out, and it reminds me of like a cafeteria lunch than Burger King is more when you get that like gooey glob attached to the burger.
Yeah,
grain. Yeah. No,
Burger King's actual burgers, like their patty, not that great, but the way they just get wild on it.
Yeah,
that's what earns it a B for me.
I can respect that. Okay.
Ooh, do we get another one?
Oh yeah. We got another one. Go down to here.
All right, let's see what we got here. Best fast food overall.
Oh, hold on. Did I send you the wrong one? Yeah, I did. Hold on.
Oh God.
it doesn't matter.
Spoilers.
We'll do fries first. Then we can do the other one.
Fries first.
Just because I think it makes more sense to do fries and then overall.
Okay. Now, should I, if I have only had the tourist trap version of one of these, should I even rate it?
Yes, because I think it still gets the point across.
Fair enough.
That's not your fault that the tourist trap area ones do not abide by the standards of every other one.
All right, start a timer. Let's go.
All right, and go.
This one's tough.
And
okay,
stop.
I have had a few more of these ones, at least.
Yeah, a little bit better for you.
Yeah.
Let's take a gander here. Okay. All right. So I guess we'll start at the top and we'll just read them down this way. So my S tiers are McDonald's, Five Guys, and Chick-fil-A.
McDonald's and Five Guys.
Okay. And then
those ones are easy.
Yeah. See, Chick-fil-A for me is those waffle fries. They're the most potato fry other than Five Guys out there.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I actually feel like it's potato, and
I can appreciate
that.
I
like that.
All right, let's move down to A tier.
I have Arby's and Steak and Shake.
I have Wendy's. Now, here's the thing with this tier in particular, all right? I love Arby's home style fries, but I don't think they have them anymore.
You're talking with the curly fries?
Nope. The curly fries is what I rated my Arby's on.
Oh, you're high. Curly fries are Boston.
And also, Wendy's fries just got a revamp.
Yeah, with the salt, the sea salt and stuff.
Nope. They're just a little crispier. They're crispier now than they were a year ago.
Well, literally. Maybe I'll have to retry them, but
yeah, they launched new fries
for the second time.
It's literally the same fries, but with a new coating on them to keep them crispy, and they're much better.
Yeah, because they were garbage tier before.
No, I always liked their Wendy's new fries, but they are better now.
I couldn't.
They
See,
would have been B tier for me before, but now they're A.
see, Steak and Shake, so you've never had them, but think of like, you've been to Voss's a bunch, right?
Yep.
So think about how Voss does like a chili cheese dog or chili cheeseburger. Think about that on fries.
Are they
But
crinkle cuts?
No, they are straw
Okay.
fries.
Because when you say
Crispy.
Voss's, I think crinkle cut.
Yeah, which is what Voss's has crinkle cut, and their fries are all right because crinkle cut gets soggy and stuff way too fast.
Okay.
But the crispy like fry straws,
Yeah.
that's what was on there with. Oh man,
I love shoestrings. My favorite wing place in Buffalo, Duff's. They have some of the best fries out there because they're just the shoestrings.
Yep. You can make like these little nests of like shoestring fry, chili and cheese, and like like the regular fries by themselves are great, but it's the fact that they're like on the menu. A normal thing is the chili cheese shoestring fries, and they're so good.
Yeah. All right. So B tier. I literally just edited my B tier because I didn't like my choice. So my B tier is Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, and KFC. I got hot takes on fries.
I see. I just had Popeyes, and unless I had a bad experience, they were very mid.
Look, they're seasoned. They have seasoned fries.
That's what I got.
I know, but if I'm thinking about seasoned fries, I'm thinking Popeyes and Arby's. And I'll tell you what, I think Popeyes seasoned fries are better than Arby's curlies.
I don't. No chance. Popeye, I was the most disappointed because their marketing is all about all that extra seasoning, all that special seasonings.
Yep.
And I thought it was the blandest place I've eaten. I was not impressed at all.
Weird. Anyway, I also have Chick-fil-A in B tier. Moving on.
I have Shake Shack and Checkers, which are two that you have not had.
No, I have not had either of them.
I feel like Checkers you would have been right on board with me for, because do yourself a favor, you can buy Checkers fries at the store, and they're seasoned.
Okay,
they have way better seasoned fries than Popeyes, and they're right below Arby's for me for that.
It's funny that you would say that Chick-fil-A is like the most potato-y fry because KFC are just potato wedges.
They don't have those anymore.
What?
They got rid of them a few years ago and switched to regular fries, and they're trashed here now.
That goes down. That goes down to never had for me.
They are trashed here. The potato wedges were my go-to. You think they'd be F'd here if they were still there?
Never mind.
All right. See, I got Taco Bell and Sonic.
Yeah, I got Arby's, Zaxby's, which I just had for the first time recently, and Burger King.
Yeah, have you had the Taco Bell's nacho fries?
No.
They're pretty damn good, I can't lie. I was like, I don't know if I should trust getting fries from Taco Bell, but I did anyway. I've gotten them a couple times since. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Sonic, their fries are meh. Their tots are top tier.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really put them up against.
No, if you're saying fries, Sonic are the worst fast food fry that I've had outside of a football stadium.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I guess maybe I let the tots influence me a little bit. Because you have Sonic as C. No, you have Sonic.
I have Sonic as D.
Yep. And I have.
You're more critical about fries than I am because your D and F tier are fully populated.
Oh yeah, because there's just a lot of places with trash tier fries.
Yeah. I've always felt weird about Burger King fries. I know they're trash, but I like them.
But here's the thing: I have a theory that Burger King fries could be great, but it's the fucking packaging. They're the only place that still uses this stupid bag, like the little, cellophane kind of bag that you slide them into.
Only for the value fries, and McDonald's also does that.
They switched to a lot of the last two times I've gotten larges. They've been like these big things.
No, I've always gotten cartons, the round cartons.
Well, I would say in the last year. I mean, I guess I don't go to Burger King all that often, but
nobody does.
Last year they've always come in there and they've been worse. So
that's funny. All right, let's go through your D and F tier.
D, I got Bojangles because they're just. You would think that they'd be good because they also have the Cajun seasoning, but they suffer from the same thing. The fries are always soggy. Nobody wants soggy fries. Get thinner fries. That's why McDonald's reigns supreme. They have thinner fries. They don't get soggy as fast.
Yeah.
Burger King, we already discussed that. In-N-Out.
Yep.
And again, In-N-Out's the same thing. Although I feel like the people are much less in your face about the fries. The only people you get are the we gotta get them animal style people.
Yeah,
Everybody else that
sure.
doesn't think that animal style matters thinks that In-N-Out has trash fries.
Okay.
And then Popeyes, just because I expected more flavor and they just weren't that great.
All right. Yeah. And for me, it's Sonic. Sonic's not good fries.
See? And for F tier, you have Bojangles, right?
I do. I've literally only had Bojangles.
At the stadium.
Maybe I've had them in an airport, but I've only had them at the Panthers Stadium.
Yeah. See, I've had them a lot.
Yeah.
Outside of that. Same thing though. They get soggy. Like their Cajun seasoning, pretty damn good. Soggy. Like I can't be having soggy fries. Especially if I'm going to the place and getting it. Like I accept my fate when I order DoorDash. I can't be upset that my fries are soggy.
Yeah, sure.
But when I go to the restaurant and order it, I want my fries damn crispy.
Yep.
So
Yeah, let's get your F tier.
I have Wendy's garbage, but she says they changed them, so I'll have to try them again. But
Yeah,
before that,
evaluate those.
straight ass. Zaxby's in F tier too. Crinkle cut fries, just like Boss's, which is a place near us.
You know what? I'm modifying my list. I'm meeting you with F tier for Zaxby's.
Right? They're just not that great.
Yeah,
honestly,
I was
the
like
only thing that
misremembering
Zaxby's has great is their banana pudding milkshake. Their chicken's mediocre. I will say their kickin' chicken sandwich was pretty good. I used to get that. That was pretty good.
I think that's what I got. It wasn't that great.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't like anything.
Yeah.
Then KFC again. They got rid of potato wedges.
No
new
good.
fries. Just trashed here.
I do not endorse that move.
No. Wingstop. I don't know why you're getting fries from Wingstop, but they come with your meal a lot of the time. Just
never heard of Wingstop.
Not worth it. It is fast food chicken wings.
Like Wings Over?
Maybe. It's like all they do is wings. Wings and boneless wings. And then they have fries and
wings and soggy tenders.
Yeah.
Which are boneless wings.
Yep. No, they're just chicken nuggets.
They're wet tenders is what they are. Yeah.
And then Carl's Jr. is in my bottom. I had Carl's Jr. a few times when I first moved down south, and it was just so mediocre. There wasn't it's not called Carl's Jr. down there. It's called Hardee's.
Hardee's, yeah.
But it was just, I was like so excited because it was right around the corner from where I was staying when I first moved down there, and I'm like, yo, I got a completely new place to try out.
Seen all the commercials that for some reason air up in New York.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go try this out. I got it, and it was just mid. And then I was like, ugh, come on. So then I waited like a few months and went back.
Yep.
And it was still just bad. And then
so these places that we've never had, what are our common places we've never had? Cane's? Where's Cane's?
Cane's is like Texas and maybe a few other places like real style.
Okay.
Del Taco is, I think, the same.
It's a California thing.
Yeah.
That's a California
Whataburger's Texas.
I knew that. I just wasn't sure about Cane's.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen DQ a few times, just never went.
Yeah, we have one here in Rochester. At least one.
Yeah.
I've just never had food from there.
All right.
Just Blizzard.
Now we'll go to our final.
All right.
Final one. This is the best fast food overall.
Why is best fast food fries a plaque in this that you can move around?
Oh, because I must have uploaded that on accident, so pay no attention to that one.
Okay.
Because I had to make all these.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I had to bring all into Photoshop and make each individual tile for each logo.
All right, let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, okay, so we are starting. Stop. You're already done anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm done. I had seconds to spare.
Oh wow, we are quite different here, I think.
Yeah, I've got my hot take here.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I mean, our big differentiating thing off the bat is for me, Chick-fil-A is S tier, and it is not there for him.
Nah, it's Five Guys. Five Guys is alone in S tier.
See, I knew this was gonna happen though, because like you're not a Chick-fil-A lover.
Nope, I'm not. Chick-fil-A is good. It is 70% as good as what everybody considers it.
You know what? I'm starting to wonder if living near one and having it readily available and always having a good experience plays a factor in it for me.
No, because I could go to Chick-fil-A. There are Chick-fil-A's out here.
Yeah?
Yeah, I could go to one. I just don't. There's literally one time when I was just sort of out and about and I decided like I'm really going to give this another shake. And I went in and there were 4 cars in the drive-thru and I was like, not worth it. And I drove past.
Man. Oh, but there's just so much more stuff you need to try.
Nah.
Maybe I'll make you go do that. Maybe we'll go do that Saturday.
No, we have a better chicken place to go to.
Better than the one that we went to, or we've gone to twice.
That one.
Yeah.
We're not going to have Chick Magnet and then Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, not on Friday.
All right. Well, if you want me to have a worse opinion of Chick-fil-A, make me eat it immediately after Chick Magnet.
On Saturday?
If I have Chick Magnet on Friday, and
what about
then
Sunday?
That's a funny story that you would.
Oh, they're
say.
closed.
That's a very funny thing that you would say. Let's go to Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
That's specifically why I said it. That's the one. That is honestly the biggest downfall for me is that they're closed on Sundays.
Yep. All right, let's move on to A tier because my A tier is Popeyes, Arby's, McDonald's, and Wendy's.
And mine is McDonald's, Five Guys, and Shake Shack.
I fucking love Arby's roast beef sandwiches.
See, that would be my least favorite thing from there, I think.
Well, the beef and cheddars.
Yeah,
it's gotta have that like chemical cheese sauce on it.
It's gotta have that cheese sauce that you shouldn't be eating cheese sauce on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then a ton of Arby's sauce. I think we could just skip over McDonald's. McDonald's is tried and true.
It really is. They just don't fuck up.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Like they could literally mess up my order every time and I'm still going back.
People love to talk shit about McDonald's, but you just can't.
They just got the perfect. Here's the thing. Nothing at McDonald's is fantastic, but everything is good.
I don't know. A double quarter pounder is pretty fantastic.
But like, you're gonna pick Five Guys or something over it.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not like the top in anything. They're just overall good in everything.
Yeah.
Like they just don't miss.
Yep. I got Popeyes in my A tier too. Now, to be clear, I have not had Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Okay.
I have only had their actual fried chicken.
See, that's my thing. When I went, because one just opened near us, near where I live, and I was talking to you the night that I went.
Yeah.
And they just opened that night. I went there and I got some of their chicken nuggets. I got their chicken sandwich. I got some of their mac and cheese, their fries. Tried it all. Mac and cheese, delicious. Fries, soggy. Chicken tenders or chicken nuggets, they were just all breading. And the breading didn't even have that much flavor into it. A lot of it kind of felt like I was biting into a really thick pork rind.
If you're ever feeling froggy, you got them down in D tier, so maybe you won't even bother with this. But if you're ever feeling froggy, try them again. Get their just like 2-piece meal.
Yeah, maybe
they're
I
just
will.
They're just like breast and thigh meal.
Maybe that'll save my opinion of them.
Maybe. But then I also have Wendy's. Wendy's chicken sandwiches are the best in the business. Don't at me.
See, the fries just drive it down so much for me because I think they have the best burgers, and I would say they are tied with Chick-fil-A for best nugget.
Or just don't get the fries.
It comes as a combo. I'm getting the drink and the burger, or the drink and the nuggets.
Then save the 25 cents and get just the sandwich and a drink.
It's just more work. I can't just say give me a number, blah.
Nicole doesn't get the combo. She just gets a sandwich and nuggets.
That's the thing is I want the fries. They're just ass.
Then don't want the fries.
but I want the fries. I want them to get better fries.
Why is Shake Shack A tier for you? I feel like you've been shit talking it a little bit. Oh no, wait, that's In and Out, isn't it?
Yeah, that's In and Out. Yeah.
Okay.
No, Shake Shack is absolutely phenomenal.
Honestly. Shake Shack, In and Out, and Steak and Shake, I get mixed up because I've never seen any of them.
Yeah, Shake Shack is just phenomenal. Their buns are out of this world. It's just like an elevated Five Guys. Okay. I don't know how to explain it. It's like,
no, I get you.
If Five Guys wasn't trying to be if Five Guys was trying to be more hip and not straight out of the 50s, that's what Shake Shack is. And they just have like these little modifications that they do that just give it a one up in a lot of areas.
Sure, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to B tier. Burger King, I've got in B tier. Like I said, they just get wild on it with their burgers, and I'm into that. And their fries are okay. Chick-fil-A is B tier. I don't hate Chick-fil-A. I really don't. It's not as good as everybody says it is.
So I feel like a good analogy for you is like Chick-fil-A is to you as the Dallas Cowboys are to the football fans. Like we don't actually hate the Cowboys. We just hate the fans that essentially every year just say this is our year, go Cowboys, Cowboys are the best. You're like, you don't hate it.
Yeah. And then they
you hate the
underperform.
people you hate the people that talk it up so much.
No, I feel like that is a good analogy because it's the people who are like, these are the best, and then it just never lives up to it. Chick-fil-A never lives up to the hype. It has not lived up to the hype in the 4 times that I've been. I also have KFC in B tier.
Yeah.
Again, not because of the chicken sandwich, just because of the chicken meals.
Yeah. Yeah. I almost never get that, and that's probably a problem. It's just feels like it requires so much more time. Like pick it up and eat.
I mean, I guess so. I can't argue against that, but like
I'm just like, that's like a pick it up and go home and sit down at the table and eat thing when you're getting like breasts and
maybe it's because I have a more public job where I have to be okay like eating in public.
Yeah.
Like getting a chicken meal and just like slurping it down at the table in a Popeyes or a KFC, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I also have Sonic B tier just because of the chili cheese stuff. I know their burgers aren't that great, their sandwiches aren't that great, but the jalapeno poppers, the chili cheese tots, their coney.
Chili cheese coney.
Yep. And just the slushies that you can actually get wild on.
Yep.
Like that's where it's at. That's Sonic sort of defies definition for me. It's still up in B tier.
My B tier is Wendy's fries just drag it down so much for me. Down to B because their fries are just so trash. We talked about
Fair enough. Yeah.
Then I have Taco Bell.
Wild.
And Steak and Shake, both in B. So Taco Bell is like that love-hate relationship for me because I love it, but most of the time I get it, I'm drunk. And it's just so good when you're hammered.
Yeah, I've never had that experience.
Kind of the same experience for me with Steak and Shake. Because there's a chance that you're gonna shit your pants if you eat either one of them. I would say that's a very fair assessment of both of those places. If you eat there, you might shit yourself. Like,
okay, cool.
C tier for me, I have Arby's, Bojangles, KFC, and Wingstop. Arby's for me, I love their buffalo chicken sliders, and they have the best mozzarella sticks out of anywhere by far, hands down.
I don't remember what the sandwich was. I don't even know if they have it anymore, but it was
the Meat Mountain,
a 3-alarm steak sandwich or something like that. It came in like a hoagie roll.
Probably
that one was pretty good.
You get the Meat
I don't know
Mountain.
If they have it anymore. Yeah. I don't get anything else when I go to Arby's.
Just beef and cheddar?
Yeah. When I go to Arby's, I have like a routine when I get to go to Arby's. It's when I have worked late and I have to go to my union meeting, and afterwards I will go to Arby's because Nicole's not with me. She hates Arby's. And I can just go and eat 2 beef and cheddars.
And she's already at home and has already eaten.
Yep.
Arby's is your guilty pleasure meal?
A little bit. I mean, I'm not guilty about it. It's A tier, but still, yeah. You know what is my guilty pleasure meal? Is my C tier, which only consists of White Castle. Want to know why it's my guilty pleasure?
Why?
Because I've never been to an actual White Castle. I am ranking it.
You just buy the ones at the store?
I'm ranking it C tier just because of the frozen ones that you could buy at the store.
He's just happy as a clam, cooking them up and cutting them in the squares in his kitchen.
Josh, you don't even cook them up. You microwave them.
Oh, boy.
In a sleeve, like a fucking Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket burgers. That just sounds disgusting.
There's something about them. If they're that good, frozen and shipped to me, then they gotta be good in person. That's why they are my C tier.
They have Bojangles in C tier. Just see, Bojangles, they have a really good item. You probably just never had it. So
They probably didn't have it at Panther Stadium.
No, they didn't. And this is the only time you go to Bojangles, and it's in the morning, and you get a Cajun filet biscuit, add egg and cheese. So it's a spicy chicken sandwich with egg and cheese on it.
Wow.
And that thing is delicious. But that's the only time I would ever go there.
Yeah. I have not been to Wendy's breakfast, but Wendy's has a similar thing they have there.
It's mediocre.
Their spicy chicken sandwich on a biscuit, really?
Yeah, I got it last week to try it, and it's expensive. Like, I got one meal, which I will say that they give you like home fries instead of which were actually really good.
Okay.
Give you that the sandwich and a drink. I got a meal and then I got an extra sandwich. And you can do that at McDonald's for like $9. And at Wendy's it was like 16.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was substantially more money.
Yeah.
But I mean, we know that Wendy's is just more expensive.
Oh yeah.
I have KFC in C tier, and that's just because they're just, I feel like I loved them a lot when I was younger. Going to get the big bucket of mac and cheese.
Yeah, well, you recently told me that the mac and cheese is not as good as it used to be.
Here's the thing. It's either it's not as good as it used to be, or I just realized that it's not as good as I thought it was. One of the two.
You put it on a pedestal.
It's always been on a pedestal.
I don't know. My handmade KFC sandwich is just so good. You split apart one of them KFC biscuits, you put a piece of the like chicken like thigh meat on it, original recipe, not the extra crispy, and some mac and cheese, and you have yourself a nice little coronary.
Then we got D tier. I got Burger King, Checkers, In-N-Out, Popeyes, Sonic, and Zaxby's. As far as like they're acceptable.
Yeah, I got DQ, Taco Bell, and Zaxby's. At least we're in agreement on Zaxby's.
Yeah, like I would eat them, but in like a last pinch. Ever.
I'm surprised you got Sonic down here. Sonic really has the X factor for me.
See, but here's the thing. I lived near a Sonic for 4.5 years.
Okay.
So I got my fill of it, and then once it's available for you all the time, it doesn't hold its weight. Which is like, that's what I'm saying. Like Chick-fil-A for me held its weight, and I was around it all the time. Like that's why I like it so much. Like I could have it every day, and it would be fine.
If that's it, then my Burger King would have to be higher, because I would go to Burger King quite a bit but again, that's kind of a byproduct of like working in public. Like I basically had to go to Burger King. It was one of the closest things to my lunch point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe not. I think Burger King's right at B tier for me.
And I got Carl's Jr. in F.
That's funny. I feel like I've heard people love Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
I was just not a fan at all.
I've got Bojangles down in F tier because it was a football stadium.
Yeah. Not the best way to experience it.
Nah.
I will say that.
I'll say this was my backup word, and I had a sort of similar idea. It was going to be less structured than this, but like one of my questions was going to be what regional fast food place do you wish you had? Like that you wish you could go get?
Oh, that's easy. Cookout.
No. I mean, like, because you've had Cookout, right? What of the places that you've never been to do you wish you could go get? For me, it's Whataburger.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't know if there's any that are out there that I haven't had that I'm like, do I really want to try this?
Yeah.
Maybe.
All the ones that I would pick are actually burger places. It's Whataburger, Shake Shack, In-N-Out.
Yeah, the only one I haven't had is, I guess I would say Whataburger, but I don't have high expectations for that. No, like, because most people that I've talked to that aren't from Texas have not said it's very good.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's like everybody in Texas loves it. But then
you know what's another good regional fast food place though? Is Skyline Chili. It's in Cincinnati. Cincinnati has its own like brand of chili. It's like got chocolate in it, which sounds weird, but it's actually really good. And no beans, which is important for me.
Yeah, not a beans fan?
Nah. You could go get there and you could get like their, I don't know what they call it, spaghetti 3 ways. It's spaghetti with fucking chili on it. It's weird, but probably good considering how good the chili is.
Yeah. I think if I could, it'd have to be Whataburger, but I don't really Cookout. It would still be Cookout, I think, just because I can't have it now. If I could have anything near me, it would be that. Like it is just.
I was not that impressed.
It's so good for what you get for the money.
Oh yeah, that's a big deal.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's gone up since I had it because I haven't had it since 2018. But
yeah, but still,
you used to be able to get like you get an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for like $6.50.
Yep.
And it's $1 more if you wanted to upgrade to a shake instead of a drink. Like that's just unheard of. You can't even get a burger at Five Guys for that apparently.
Worth it.
I mean, it is. I would definitely say they do have a more quality burger. Okay, well, I do have a question for you.
What's up?
Is there any item you wish that they would bring back or have all year round at a fast food place?
Arby's straight cut fries. They were the better fries at Arby's.
We did talk about that.
Yeah. If they ever bring them back, you have a chance to get them. Dip them in the Arby's honey mustard, and that is good.
For me,
other than that, I can't think of anything.
For me, I'm gonna go two things. One is like a for sure, which that's the Shamrock Shake from McDonald's, just my favorite.
Yeah.
If they had that all year round, I would be happy with that.
I am constantly disappointed. I try to have one each time they come back, and it never lives up to what I expect it to be.
Oh, see, it's always what I expect it to be.
It needs to be mintier.
It's always what I expect it to be. But my second one is actually going to be the potato cheese wheels from Burger King. They're like these little potato pucks with cheese in them.
Huh.
And they only have them like once a year, and they just had them for like the last 4 or 5 months.
I've never heard of that, but you see what I mean about Burger King like getting wild on it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can.
Burger King has these wild things that people love. Like, I know that people are crazy about the chicken fries that they got rid of.
Yeah, the chicken fries were really good. Yeah, these cheesy tots.
Cheesy tots. Okay.
You can see what I'm talking about, right?
I do see what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, they're just like these perfect little golden crispy nuggets of potato with mac and cheese, like cheese shoved in them.
Okay.
They were perfect.
Yeah, that sounds like a Burger King thing.
Yep.
Oh, the thing that I wish that I had when they had them were, I think they had like flamin' hot mozzarella sticks or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Those sounded good. I didn't have a chance to get them.
Their regular mozzarella sticks aren't great, so I never tried the flaming hot ones.
Oh, okay. All right. I think that's about it. You want to go ahead and start us off on our outgoing thing? We are
yeah, we're running a little long today.
It's gonna be maybe we should just say the show is gonna be about an hour long.
Yeah. But I'd like to end every show by giving some acknowledgments. I'd like to acknowledge Josh Wardle, the original creator of Wordle, and Freddie Myers, the creator of Quordle. You can find him on Twitter at Quordle. And if you like any of our content or you play Quordle daily, you should donate him some coffee. Good way to show some support and help him in creating any more achievements or features to the game. I know he's got a lot planned for it, so I'm excited to see that.
Oh, it'll be fun. And you could follow us, our socials. You can follow us on Twitter at Quord on the Street, QUORD on the ST, on Instagram at Quord on the Street, spell out the entire street, youtube.com/word Quord on the Street. If you're listening to us over there, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. You can review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you can. Something that we really want to do, though, is to sort of start getting some listener input. So if you're listening to us and you like what we do and you want to join in, take a look at our socials. Every Saturday we'll post the word list. You could take a look at it. If you see something that sparks a thought on us for it, give us an email. You could email us at quordonthestreet@gmail.com if your thought doesn't fit in a tweet or something like that. And then we got our personal Twitters also. I am at V_C, spell out the underscore.
And I am at I'm Scuzzy, IMSKUZZEY. And to just touch on the emailing thing, we are going to be working on getting a website up. You can do it in a form submission that way rather than having to do it through email.
That'll be nice because maybe we could just send you there for all of our social links too.
Yeah.
And with that, again, I am your prone host, Vince. I'm just going to go ahead back down here, and I am going to ask Josh to send us out with a little...
Get the Quord out.